So last week I shared with you why I pray and meditate. And this week I'm going to actually show you how I do it. So it's normally for me in the morning, right when I wake up. I don't have makeup on. I have some sort of moo-moo on. Definitely I'm comfortable. I normally have my cup of coffee right on the side of me. My husband made this incredible playlist on Spotify. I'll share it with you guys. It's a meditation playlist. There's Gregorian chants. It's just really beautiful music that's inspiring and for me transporting. We also find a very quiet space. We have designated spaces within our home. We're either in this spot or we're outside underneath this gorgeous tree that we have it, or we're upstairs, but it's always sort of looking out into nature. And it's just about creating ceremony and creating that space where you could sort of go within and reflect and calm yourself and really just move through the day on a different vibration. Okay, so here's how we start. So I always, just like they burn incense in church, this is some Palo Santo. It's a wood. It smells amazing. And I love the way it smells. So you just light this guy up for a second, just like you would incense, right? So it's lit. It went out pretty fast, but you get the idea. You blow on it, and it has this beautiful scent, right? So it's just sort of just creating that space. I always do the sign of the cross. I'm Catholic, so I always bless myself to start, and just, it's just more of setting the tone. Exactly what the music does. When I start playing that music, or when I sit down here, my brain knows that I'm starting that process to calm myself down. So that's what the Palo Santo is. We also have some sage, but I only burn this outside because it smells really strong. And also it's about surrounding yourself with really beautiful things, like natural things. So we got this at an antique store on a trip we did to Utah. Beautiful carved piece of wood, again, like from nature. Even for our matches, we bought these really beautiful little bottles on Amazon with a cork top, and we glued on a little match pad striker. And that's where we have our matches. I have a stack of books. It changes monthly. These are just some that I enjoy reading, and I'll tell you about that when we get to it. I have a journal. Right now I'm using one that my girlfriend Gail Becker gave me. It's from Cauliflower, and it's bright green. I also have these affirmation cards. I got this as a gift, and I just think it's fun. I do it after, and it just kind of allows me to walk away from the meditation with an intention. So again, like nothing special, nothing mysterious. I love to have candles around me, so this one is from Jeremiah Brent. It smells wonderful. Again, just surrounding yourself with beauty and in a space that inspires you or gives you peace. And I think one of the most important things is in a space where there's no clutter, because you really want to allow your brain to calm down and not focus on the chaos of your life or the dirty dishes in the sink. So here we are. This is probably the most quiet space in our house. This is more of the formal living room. It's always clean, which is a good thing. And Estella just walked into the room, and I'm doing a video. And so here we go with the process. So again, I burn my Palo Santo. What I'm sitting on, I think it's a meditation mat. So you can put it anywhere. So this is really cushioned, and this is a semicircle. And the reason I'm sitting here is it supports my spine, and it allows my knees to drop forward on this cushion. And if I was sitting flat on the floor, I would have a lot of pain, probably in my, in my lower spine. So we sit on this pillow just because it's really comfortable, and you could sit here for a long time. The other reason is sort of allows me, instead of being in a chair and kind of slumping over, it allows me to elongate, my spine, put my body in the right position, lengthen my neck. It's also I feel just again getting in my body and that awareness. So I get myself in the position. Sometimes I start with stretching because I have neck and shoulder pain. I do my stretches again. It's like first thing in the morning. I do this to open up my back and shoulders. You know, a variety of special stretches I may do in this space. I put on the music to hear, and then I just kind of start breathing. I always start with my eyes like halfway open, and I'm normally looking out a window at God's creation, nature. So I sort of make it blurry in my vision, and I just focus on all the little things that in life, when life gets busy, you don't normally see them. I look at the bees swarming around the flowers. I look at the leaves sort of blowing in the wind. I try to hear the birds, or if there's any animals or dogs barking, or the wind, or the sun is out. I like to feel the sun on my face. Just like to be fully aware of my surroundings. And for me, nature is the most powerful place to do it. That's why in the house, if I'm not outside, I always face a window. And then I just do my prayer to start, you know. And again, like people, I'm Catholic, I believe in God, and so that's who I pray to. And I ask God to, you know, bless this day, to calm my spirit, to give me peace, and whatever else I'm, like my intention, like whatever else I'm dealing with, to speak to me in this moment of calmness. Like I'm trying to empty myself out in this moment of prayer and meditation so that he could come in and fill me up. That's pretty much my intention every day. So once I kind of take in nature, then I will finally close my eyes, and then I'll do like 5 or 6 really purposeful deep breaths. So just to kind of get that oxygen flowing, you know, so I, and I really try to fill my stomach and then empty it out completely. So I'm just oxygenating my brain and my body, right? And then just that breathing immediately calms my body, calms my spirit. And then I just start breathing. And the goal during this time is really just to be quiet. I'm trying not to let life come in. So when a thought comes in like, oh my gosh, you have to put gas in the car today, or oh, you have to sign that paper for Estella to take to school, or oh, don't forget to grocery, you know, whatever it is. As soon as that thought comes in, because trust me, they do, the thought comes in my mind, this is my process. I visually take that thought and I throw it in a river that's flowing in front of me, and then I watch that thought go by. And then again, I just think about the breath, right? I go back on my mind, focusing on the breath. So I'm focusing on the breath, and lo and behold, another thought is gonna come in. And so here comes that thought. Again, I visually take that thought, put that thought in the river, and bye-bye thought. And that's why it's called a practice. So during that time, I really become calm, less thoughts start to come in, and I start to feel really light. I try to empty out all of the negative thoughts, all of the like anxiety, all of the worry, all of the fear. I try to like empty that out of my body. And I even do that with breath. As I visualize, as I'm breathing out, I'm letting out all of that fear, anxiety, whatever it is. And then when I'm breathing in, I'm visualizing the inside of my body, my cells being energized and being fed and being nourished, and positivity and gratitude and being present, and my children and my family and my health and all of the things, right? I'm breathing that in, and I'm just getting out anything that I do not want to carry in my day. So once I do that, it's like in my mind, this is what's happening. It's like I'm cleaning house. In my mind, for me, I know where I have blockage. Some people have blockage in their hearts, right? Where they are able to forgive, or they have a hard time trusting or loving. I know my blockage is my brain, is myself, is my thoughts get in the way a lot of times. So in this process of this prayer and meditation, I visualize my brain like giant hallways, right? And there's a blower that's cleaning out all the leaves and all the dust out of these giant hallways. And then I kind of visualize like flowers and growth and from my head and like the sun shining and light shining out. And it just, for me, that visualization like opens up my mind, opens up my brain, and stop letting my thoughts, my fears, my worries get in my way, right? So that is that process. When I finish, I then keep some spiritual or positive or inspirational books on the side. Well, before I go into the books, I feel like during a prayer or meditation, for me, it's God. God speaks to me. When he does that, I pick up my journal. That's why I always like to have a journal. And then I write, right? I write in my journal. So either I haven't got everything out that I need to get out during that meditation, during those negative thoughts weren't all released. So if they haven't been, I write those down. So then it's like out of my body, onto the page. And then I write any sort of, because a lot of times this happens, like clarity around an issue comes up during meditation, or you really have a deeper or greater understanding about something. I write that down. So that goes in the journal. Then, now that I'm emptied out of all the bad stuff, I want to fill myself up with some good stuff, right? Some inspiring stuff, some things and words and that really make me want to go out to the world a better person. So again, here's where all my books come in. So there's just a few that I always have. And mind you, I may read only one page because a lot of these are pretty deep and you really have to go deeper and think about what's the information that's being presented. So this one is called The Most Important Thing. This one is called Awareness. This one is Discovering the Spiritual Journey, Thoughts Matter. This is actually one of my favorite journals, and it's called The Purpose Driven Life by Rick Warren, who I met, who this journal has saved me many occasions. We'll get to that later. This is The Mist of Mercy, Spiritual Warfare, Purgatory, and then I have a Bible. So whatever I'm feeling that day, I'll pick up, like yesterday I picked up this book, The Most Important Thing. And again, I don't even start at the beginning sometimes. Sometimes I just say, God, show me where I need to be, show me the message you want to give me today. And then I just go and I start reading. And then I take whatever I've read and kind of apply it to my life and what's going on in my life, like right there, right in that moment. And whatever revelations come from that, I then go back and I write it down in my journal. Or, I highlight it in the book so I can go back to it. When I'm done with that, I give thanks for bringing on this piece and for letting me start my day, because this is a gift. This is a gift that you're giving yourself. And it's not easy to do. You have to find the time, you have to make the time, you have to set the space. So you're giving yourself that gift. So I thank myself for making the space for me to do this in a crazy, hectic day that we all have. And then again, I go back to these little cards, and again, this is just fun for me to do. So I just pull one. I probably pulled that one yesterday. So, for today, I stretch my body and my mind. So I'll reflect on that for a second. I kind of leave it out so I see it all day as I'm walking by. And then life hits, and then I get started with my day. So that's pretty much my meditation process. When my husband's back from shooting his movie, I'm gonna have him join us, and I'll share with you his, which is a little more intensive, but I'm always learning and growing from him for sure. So that's it. Give it a try. Let me know your thoughts, or you guys have any questions. Really, the main thing I want to tell you, there's no mystery to it. I don't do a specific type of meditation or prayer. I call it prayer. Some people call it meditation. Whatever you want to call it. It's just about being quiet and calming yourself and finding peace within your day and setting the intention to move forward in your day so you are purposeful. And again, for me, it's asking God to come into my life and guide me. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed it.